Well, the city of Augusta, they are coming up with a new emergency management plan to keep people safe when a disaster happens. You'll remember the last natural disaster in Augusta was February of 2014 when the ice storm hit. Mike Miller joins us live with the details from today's meeting.
Kim, this is a procedure that the city has to go through every 5 years, but this is the first one since the crippling ice storm that happened about 2.5 years ago.
Who in this room has flood insurance?
City officials spent the day talking about disaster planning. A representative from the private company Atkins is working with Augusta to update the plan before 2017.
At first you would think you really don't need anybody, but this information is so technical and detailed and covers such a large amount between the federal, the state, and local government that it's good to have someone really qualified to look at and to help us prepare our plan.
There will be several meetings over the next few months to get plans in place for each kind of disaster. It's all so the city can receive funding from FEMA.
We've already received a grant from the Hazard Mitigation Plan for a generator for our sheriff's office.
EMA officials say more generator grants are on the way because of the 2014 ice storm. However, you'll remember that FEMA determined that $4.4 million of the city's debris removal costs was ineligible for reimbursement because the city did not follow federal guidelines. Fire Chief Chris James says the city is getting back some of that money, though.
They have already announced that $3.5 million of that is being given back to the city, and so the city is determining whether we want to continue to apply to go forth with that appeal.
City officials say power outages were the main concern during the ice storm, which is an issue that will be included in this round of disaster planning.
We're not always prepared for everything that comes along, but if you learn from your mistakes, next time it happens, we'll be good to go.
But unfortunately, as the times are changing, so is disaster planning.
We're seeing a shift more to man-made hazards versus it being just an act of nature or considered an act of God.
Now, some of those new disasters that are being discussed are terrorism, cyber attacks, and even riots caused by civil unrest. Augusta's current disaster plan expires June 2017. Kim.
Thanks, Mike.